Hello Taurus, it's Oh My God Tarot, and this is your weekly reading from September 23rd to September 29th. Now, I feel a lot. I feel like with the Taurus rising, I haven't really been too vocal on how much I care. You know, how much I care for these readings. I do. Oh, what the heck? These two cards kind of flew out while I was about to shuffle. Not the best cards, but we're just gonna stay with it. We're just, Three of Swords. Let's be real. Like, nobody wants that. I'm starting off these readings with cards that I literally just discussed yesterday. Where just, you know what? They ain't nothing good about the Three of Swords. It's so true. Like, it's where emotional pain meets a mental pain. Like, it's not cute, and it's all because of some lies, some deception. See that Seven of Swords? The way that Seven of Swords is set up. Don't like that. Somebody is trying to be all around your things, and they're trying to lie to you. They're trying to take away from you. They're trying to, like, you gotta watch your stuff. You gotta watch your back in this scenario, because it feels like there's a third party situation. They're trying to steal your man, trying to steal your stuff, trying to steal your position in life, trying to steal your lifestyle, your relationship. Somebody's just inserting themselves into your life and trying to pull a fast one. I think some of you guys might even be dealing with a Virgo. So you got that Hermit card that fell out. These cards, all three of these cards flew out. So I'm wondering if somebody's channeling that tricky Virgo energy, unevolved Virgo energy, and trying to pull a fast one with that emotional intelligence. This person's very wise. It might even be an issue of you trusting somebody that was like seemingly very wise, but then they use that and they manipulate it, and they take it to they use it for their advantage and try to swindle you out of something. But let's see what. All right, your next card. Let's see. Your next card. Okay, so somebody's reaching out. So if anyone's going out of their way to reach out to you, or traveling to come see you, or you're going out of your way. So the Hermit sitting next to the Eight of Wands it makes me think it's more about travel, because the Hermit's known to walk around by himself from community to community, observing behavior, observing individuals, observing cities or communities, observing how people are different in different areas, and really building that emotional intelligence on how to navigate through this life. I feel like this soul searching usually is triggered by some type of traumatic emotional event, but long and short of it is, like, you're wise, you're woke. Don't let people lie to you. Don't fall for the same crap, okay? Some of you guys want to just soul search because you've been deceived and you've been cheated on, or there is a third party trying to come in and take your things. So you're trying to, go on that soul journey and be like, how do I attract these stupid people in my life? How do I stop that? You have, to the degree that even, I think that some of you guys might even just become recluses, or you guys just might feel like plugging out of the world this week. And it might result in people reaching out to you, or it might even result in you wanting to reach out to other people. I think that's probably the case, because if people are lying and they're trying to steal from you, if you got the Swords, if you got the Knight of Swords, they'd be like, okay, well, you're gonna go and you're gonna come for everyone's neck. You're gonna keep your foot on people's, esophaguses. But because he's sitting next to the Hermit, I feel like you're just gonna, that something is amiss, like that someone's trying to lie, someone's trying to do some foolishness, but you're gonna let this play out. You're gonna see how people act. You're gonna try to accumulate some information and understand what's really going on, and then then there's gonna be some reaching out. Then something's gonna be called out to you, and like, come hell or high water, some information will emerge. Somebody's gonna come at you. You just have to be wise and wait for it, and kind of pull back from adding information to the situation. I feel like when somebody reaches out, or you travel, or you try to take a step back from the scenario and be wise, I feel like you'll find that your intuition was right all along, and you're gonna come out on top. This is a very Nine of Pentacles is a very, like, I know what I can do. I'll always be able to eat. Okay, I will be fine in this life forever because I'm self-sufficient and I believe in myself. But as that comes to material wealth, like, I'll be able to provide for myself no matter what, because I'm smart with money. I have investments, I have stocks, this is not even on my mind, like, okay? And 9, you have to remember that the 9 is a card of recognition. It's a card of, not, like, it's more a card of completion. It's than even 10, because 10 is just like, the celebratory, the mastery. There's no journey in it. It's just acknowledging the mastery of your journey. But 9 is like when you're winning and you're feeling that you're winning as a result of this, which is honestly pretty awesome, because it's also associated with 9 the Hermit, and being wise and being understanding of what you need to do, what it takes to get to the top, what it takes to get to that 1 0 10. And the fact that we're going 7 to 9, back down to 8, and back up to 9, it's like possibly you guys need to take a step back. Then that's what the Hermit does anyway. So it feels like you guys need to possibly just, you know, distance yourself from whatever situation is that people are trying to, like, I think that the 3 of Swords is just people interfering and people, you know, lying to you and you not knowing what's what. And before the confusion makes you act abruptly or just behave in a defensive way or make you paranoid or anything like that, it's really important to take a step back and exhibit or just exercise that you have no input in the situation. You're just observing it. You don't have to be vocal about that. Just do it. Like, just figure out what's going on and wait for some information to come through, somebody to reach out, somebody to, you know, volunteer stuff. Because a lot of people, they're just trying to get you to say things, or a lot of people try to feed you something so that you'll respond. Like, have you ever had somebody come up to you and be like, so, how was your weekend? And you're like, eh, good. Like, I know you're only asking so that you get to tell me about your weekend, so just cut to the chase. Just try to notice people's behaviors, and perhaps that'll give you the information that you need, or it'll clear some things up. But I feel like you've been down this road before. Possibly a lot of you are very wise about situations like this, and that's what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. It's just being very self-sufficient in the material world. This is somebody who's good at, like, I would say, office politics and handling finances, and just they just know how the world works on a physical level, and there's something to be celebrated there. This is a person of stability. The Emperor sitting next to the 9 of Pentacles. This is you wanting to settle down and you acknowledging that you're capable of it. You've been taking care of yourself this whole time. You've been very self-sufficient. And the Hermit, again, on your own, you do fine on your own, and you're really noticing that. But like, there's just, I feel like that 8 of Wands, like, there's this big part of you that just wants to reach out to someone, or you want someone else to reach out. And you have the Emperor sitting there, and I feel like it's because, although it is associated with Aries, so some of you could be dealing with the Aries, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, I feel like you're just really desperately wanting somebody to reach out that is a person, a figure of structure. The Emperor is like the head of the household, the father of the household, the breadwinner, the person who carries out their responsibilities, not because they are burdened by them, but because they feel a sense of responsibility. Okay, the last card that fell out was the 2 of Swords. This is a person that needs to make a decision. I feel like this is one of those, like, scenarios where it's a long overdue decision to be made, and you're really stuck between it because you're like, oh, I don't know, and my emotions, and I'm not sure, and I don't know, everything's so confusing. But, like, consider this. Consider the fact that you started your reading with the 3 of Swords, where there's a third-party situation. This person's pondering, okay? They're just looking up at the damage. They're looking up at the third-party situation. They're completely upset, sad, debilitated, not moving, lying down, just defeated and heartbroken and mentally afflicted by this third-party situation, possible, just the lying of it all. All right? And then you have the Hermit, who's out here in these streets soul-searching and wondering, and then there's communication. And I gotta tell you, I've been in this scenario before too, where there's been long-term cheating, and then it gets exposed, and then the person recoils and, oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I don't know what I was doing, I was trying to get away with it, like, you know, and they do the most, and they try to communicate, and they try to really win you back, but you're just like, nah, I'm good. No, because I know that if you get me back, then you know that you can do crap like that to me. So no, I'm good. What I want now, what I can clearly define as a desire, is somebody who feels a sense of responsibility. Somebody who is structured, balanced, and stable, and wants to be here, not because I want them to be here, but because they want to be there. This is structure. This is number 4. This is a balance. Okay, that's what you seek. So you're torn, I think, because, I mean, there's emotions going on. There's emotions and mental challenges, and you're stuck between wanting what you want because you feel that way, and, you know, wanting what you need, and cutting stuff off and cutting people off. Because 7 of Swords, people lying to you, it should be on paper, it's a clear case of, oh, this person lies to me and they try to take advantage of me, and they try to, there's a third party, they might have an ex that they're still talking to or whatever, the lines are blurred. for some people it's very clear that that's breaking the boundaries. That's no. And that's a case closed, you know, case closed. You're done. We're done. We're finished. You got a decision to make. It's done. But for some of you guys, you get hurt so badly that you just want to hold on tighter. And you can't make the decision to cut that person off. Because every time you do, you're just like, oh, okay, but what about this? Or how could you do this to me? Or how could you? And you extend the communication and the exchanging of energy. You're caught between making a decision to cut them off. But every time you decide that, you just go back on it. So this Two of Swords is definitely like one of those, like, I have to make a decision. Like, I have to make a decision, but I'm waiting on it. You're blindfolded. You're blindfolded. This is somebody who's like drunk in love, or like just fooled by like their emotions completely. And this is stuff that you can't admit outside of yourself. This is the stuff that, like, you know, when you complain about someone, a partner that's not living up to expectations, and then people are like, at some point they're like, oh my god, I can't believe that. But then after a while, if you've been complaining for so long and you don't move on or change something or whatever, then people start to roll their eyes, and then it starts to just become a inner struggle. Like, I keep talking to him, but I don't tell anyone that I talk to him, because they already would say, no, don't do that. And it just, you get caught up in what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you feel, and what you know what I mean? And it becomes an emotional decision, which it shouldn't. It takes time for people to get the momentum of being like, okay, forget this, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done with this person. The bottom of the deck, I was just sitting here looking at it, and I was like, okay, there's the Chariot, and this is a very, you gotta get your emotions in check. Okay, that was at the bottom of the deck. It's like, you have to reel in your emotions. I feel like it's really highlighting the fact that, okay, there's this third-party situation. If there's some deception, you know, if the person you're seeing is lying to you, and there's an extra person involved, and, you know, you need to back the fudge up and realize what's going on, and, you know, you need to really think about things and reflect, because of that Hermit. You know, when they reach out, I would go with the, I'm cool. What I want is this figure, okay? This figure could be anybody. It could even be you, the person that's cheating on me. Knock on wood. What I want next to me is the Emperor, okay? And if you're sitting next to me and you're not exhibiting Emperor-like qualities, then I have a serious decision to make. Like, I've been pulling for you to be that person, that breadwinner, that stability, that partner, that equal person in this relationship. I would love for things to just be equally reciprocated, so that I can make my decision and say, okay, yes, we can do this. Okay, but I feel like it's a lingering decision for a reason. Like, somebody's either that person or they're not. So I don't choose you because you're not that person. Like, if you can exhibit that behavior of being structured and stable, ambitious and responsible, then maybe, you know, you are not in the running to becoming my next top partner. So you really have to think about what you want and what you've been doing for yourself, and think about if anybody else levels up to that. Have they been able to take care of themselves the way that you've been able to take care of yourself? Okay, so then why are you trying to be with somebody who's trying to get taken care of by you? You know, if you're dealing with a Hermit, if you're dealing with a Virgo, you might even get that. With a unevolved Virgo, you might even get a moocher, and somebody who's lying to you, and somebody who's, you know, running game and trying to mooch off of everyone, trying to get taken care of by somebody who's very self-sufficient, confident, you know, somebody who knows what they're doing, responsible. This is like, to me, when somebody who's like unemployed, doesn't have a car, meets you on first day, and then they just look at you as an opportunity. You know, this person has money, maybe they can send me money, this person can buy me this person can buy me that. If I'm just nice to them, because everybody wants companionship, you gotta really look out for that stuff, and you have to really, really throw down them boundaries and understand what it is you really seek. And if it doesn't, then the decision is made for you, so that you don't have to play this back and forth game with all the relationships you're in. This is what I clearly want, okay? This person has 25% of what I want, but they keep lying, okay? They keep doing some third-party foolishness. You're talking to your ex, you're hiding your phone, you're flinching whenever I walk by near your phone. I don't like the way this feels. You are not in the running to becoming my next partner. And that's so hard because emotions are involved. It's so hard to be firm on things, but I think that this week it feels like you guys need to be clear on that with whatever F-boy or whatever somebody's trying to take advantage, foolishness like that. Hey! Tired of people trying to do that. Tired of people trying to take Taurus's kindness for weakness. But a lot of the time is, Taurus, you guys need to be a little real with yourself about the situation. and not romanticize it and call it something else. You know, maybe they had doubts about their ex and that's why they went back, but they kept coming to me while they were with their ex. So that means that, like, you know, you can romanticize anything and draw conclusions and turn something bad that's happening into something positive somehow. I don't know. Taurus can do that. And I'm not trying to be insulting or anything like that. I got Taurus rising. There's just these delusions that are mixed up with intuition. Like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this was all for a reason. You know, maybe they cheated so that they could leave and come back. I always wanted them to come. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can talk yourself into believing these things that can be passed off as intuition. Like, no, I know we were meant to be together. I know that you sleep with this person, you sleep with that person, you do this, you do that. Like, but we are meant to be together. And it's like, no, this person clearly doesn't want what you want. They don't want to be in a stable, committed relationship, period. Like, if that's what you want, you really have to keep your eyes on that. And anyone who doesn't align with it has to get cut off. A decision has to be made and it has to be clear. Right? So there it is. That's your, what a dramatic week. There's your reading for this week. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys like tomorrow or next week or something. Like, I mean, I have daily uploads, so I'll see ya. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.